My name is Dele Gbajumo, a football consultant, a sports consultant really, and that's out of passion, but a civil engineer by education.
How do we describe the journey from civil engineering to football?
It started right from maybe when I was a kid because I always had that passion for soccer. And let's say for sports, I was always a sportsman. I was an all-rounder. Every sport I did, I was good at. But football was one that I really loved and I had dreams of. I actually had dreams of playing football. I played, but not to the level I wanted to. So I had to remain in there to assist the younger ones get to that level they dream of getting to. Let's start from when I was a young boy. I was always organizing soccer in the area, football matches, moved on to school, primary school, secondary school. I was organizing interclass matches, went on to university. I actually formed a club in secondary school when I was in my A-levels because I found out that the school I went to do my A-levels at, they had a tournament for 4 clubs and I had to form mine to be part of it because I didn't want to play in anyone's club. At the university also, there was a tournament and my first year, someone saw me play with the school team, so he called me to play for his club, the university club, the tournament. But the following year, I broke away and formed my own club also at the university because no one could defeat us in that old club. I was at school and most people actually thought I was a PE student. It was only those that were close to me, my classmates, and those in my faculty that knew I was a civil engineering student. So I've always been there in sports, but I knew I had to read some book also because it's good, you have a degree, and then you do anything you want to do. So right now, I have my civil engineering degree. I have other further sports degrees, but I remain in sports as a football engineer.
Some years ago, you were FIFA accredited agent,
Yes.
and today you are no longer one. What happened?
I actually became an agent. I belong to the first set of FIFA licensed agents in Nigeria then. But I got an appointment along the line. That was as the chairman, Lagos State Beach Soccer Association chairman. So I had to drop my FIFA agent license.
Why? Is it that you
FIFA doesn't allow it. FIFA doesn't allow you to belong to any form of football body and hold their license. They want it to be neutral people that will hold their license because it's believed that once you belong to a football body, assuming you're in a club side now and you're an agent, of course you will try, there's a way you will influence the players being signed up with you. So they don't want that. So once you come in as an agent, you don't belong to any football entity. That's why I dropped my license.
okay? Do you still scout?
Yes, I still scout. I don't have any. I scout for clubs, for everyone around. That's the license was just an authorization to manage the players. That is, you have a player, you have a talent, you manage him, you're in charge, you help him plan his life, you help him plan his clubs, how he moves, how he progresses, his life, his career. So I still scout. And when I scout, I still hand over to licensed agents and to other club representatives.
So today you are the chairman of something in Lagos State. Can you tell us about
I'm
it?
the CEO Lagos State Youth Football Leagues. That is, we try and organize activities, developmental activities for our children, boys and girls between the ages of sub 10 up to 17 years. So that's what I do right now for Lagos State.
What's the purpose of the tournament that you? What is the purpose? Is it just to groom them, train them, or
It's to, you see, there has to be a progressive growth, growth, I would say, because, and when you see, when you pick them from before 10, that's the best time you can actually engage them and take them through the basics so that they know, they learn the right techniques, they understand tactical play, but you take them through growth, through their growth. And by the time they are 17, 18, they should be sub-professionals, if not professionals by then. But it's just the continuity. You have to keep at it. You have to keep at it from that young age. You have to keep at it. No break. You can actually monitor them. You can take your records. You can have a database. You can have a lot of things. You have the history of players. You have everything down, as a fact, because you were actually involved and you took your notes down on the spot. So it's very good for them. You can they need to be identified, and the earlier you identify them, the better it is for you. We hear of great players. They didn't just start at age 17. There is this guy in Barcelona now, Yamin Lamar. The guy is 17, 18 now, I think. He's 17. That guy didn't just start playing ball now. He must have started since he was maybe 4 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old, 5 years old. And that's why you can actually see that talent in him. So you have to keep them busy. You have to keep them at it. There has to be consistency so that they can grow at the right pace and in the right way.
Okay, so is there a kind of academy, or how do you get these youths, these children, teenagers and youths generally, how do you source for them to train them?
You have a lot of youth club sites, grassroots teams. You have a lot of them in different areas of Lagos State. So we reach out to them through the divisions. Lagos has 5 divisions. Ikorodu, Badagry, Ikeja, Lagos, and Ekpe divisions. And those 5 divisions of Lagos State football also has its divisions in those 5 divisions. So we go through the divisional football associations because they are closer to the grassroots. They know the teams. They have their own coaches forum and stuff. So we go through them for everything we do. That's how we source them. They exist already. We might not have direct access to all of them, but the divisional football associations definitely have access to more of them than anybody else.
So as a scout, do you work with other scouts? I can see a lot of foreigners here.
Yes.
I understand that they are scouts. Do you also work with other scouts?
That's the only way to do it. Even as a licensed agent, you have to work with those out there. They are the ones that have the direct link to the clubs. They are the ones that have a relationship, with the clubs. So they are the ones that you can actually, yes, you have to go through them. It's better you go through them. So that's why you see them here. And also, they would have built trust over time with the people they deal with there. So it's better you just go through them. When you have things for them doing, like now, invite them over. Let them have a look at all the players that are available, make their selections. They know what they want. They know what the people they work with want also. So you have to work with those out there. You can't do it on your own. This is the Supremacy Cup, organized by a few people at Six Lion organization, and is the 19th edition. And there's each time they come around, they take players. The last time I think it was about 13 players they took out, and about 7 of them got contracts. The previous time too, they went and I think about 5 got contracts. So this team of scouts you see over here, I really believe in them. It's the main convener is the current chairman of the Lagos State Football Association, Alhaji Lehamid Gafar Lehamid, but he started this long before he became the chairman, even before he dreamt of becoming the chairman of Lagos State Association. He, he started this, so, and the quality is very high. In fact, say I have a team. My team cannot play here because the quality, because they are not this strong. Because we groom them from young too, and they are still getting stronger. By the time they get up to an age, we move them to such clubs where they get further exposure and harder training. Now they are in school, so they don't really have the time to play football as much as those that are already on the streets do.
Okay, so what does it take to be a good footballer?
It takes, number one, your attitude has to be right before any other thing. Then the talent you have. When you have all that, when you have the attitude, then talent, fine. If you have talent without attitude, nothing. You will never have a very good career.
So you have your own club. What is the club called?
It's called Sport Intellectual, Sports and Intellectualism. You do your sport and you read your book. That's all it is. It has to be sport and book. You don't leave one for the other.
Okay, so what ages do you take and how can they find you?
We start from sub 10 and we're based at Ikorodu. We start sub 10, by the time they're 17, 18, 19 at the very most. We don't want them around us again because we like them young.
What are their chances by the time they get to 19?
They would have grown, they would have learned because we teach them. They're intellectually inclined. So the instructions get to them, they use it, they also improvise, you see them, the right way. So by the time they're about leaving us, in fact, before they leave us, you see people, they start coming for them because we play all over in quite a number of competitions around Lagos State, just to keep them busy, one, to showcase them two, and see what kind of offers can come their way, sports and education.
So have you ever had any one of them being given opportunities to play abroad out of your own?
No, we just started our team at the end of 2020 December. And we went for boys 13, 14 years old then. So now they're becoming of age now. Yes, yes. And we have those that are younger too, because as I said, we started with boys 13, 14 then, but we still went back to get younger boys, and we've always had them coming. So right now we have boys from sub 10 to 17, 18 years.
Away from your own personal club, what are your success? What's your success story of the people you have been able to push out there? What's the percentage?
Well, it's been tight because if you see that there are there are too many people playing football in the world, and not all can get to clubs. Even for the clubs that are abroad, many have quotas for non-EU, non-this, but so far so good. We've been instrumental to the development of some players. First was Taiwo, who we worked with from Niger Dock Academy then, and he was out on 3 occasions then with us. Twice to Belgium, Anderlecht, RAC Mons, then once to Israel. All those didn't go well till he now got another deal after he had left us to Marseille. But we held with his development then. There's a guy, we got, what we do then, or what we've always done is also to bring people from outside, look at boys. So we've had people come from outside that have actually seen boys and taken other people's players out. Through us, But that's not like having your own boy go out. But at least we were instrumental to that. And we thank God all went well with such arrangements.
Okay, so what's the future of football in Nigeria? That's the final.
Nigeria has the best football talent, I can say, all over the world. We need a lot of things to be done. First, we lack facilities. Even with the dearth of facilities, we produce world stars. So assuming we had adequate facilities for everyone to be involved, to be engaged from the right age all the way, and also have structured tournaments, structured leagues, structured tournaments for different age groups, different entities, schools, whatever, because it's your formative years that you need to actually get involved and get the best of exposure, the best of training, so that you can know all these things early enough and use them the way you feel. If we can have enough facilities, training facilities in Nigeria, match day facilities, football will thrive. Football might be listed as one of the greatest exports from Nigeria.